Hey everyone, it's Ruby with Valhalla Organics, and today we're going to be planting our blueberries. Now I'm going to pop a link into the description that will tell you all about how to grow blueberries in pots. So if you don't have land, that's okay. Blueberries do really well in containers. So today we're going to be putting our plants out on Blueberry Hill, and we can't wait to share all that with you.
If you've been following along with our journey, then you'll know that we received a grant from the Pollination Project to install 30 blueberry bushes to support our native bumblebees. The area where we're planning to plant the blueberries is a very rocky hill, so we got some help from our neighbors to dig those holes. They brought a gigantic auger and got the job done in just a few minutes, which would have taken us hours of backbreaking work by hand. Here you can see what the holes look like. They're about the size of a 5-gallon bucket. So we've prepared some soil amendments like peat moss and some garden soil that we'll be adding to the native soil. And here you can see the process of how we added the native soil back in, and then we're rolling out some black plastic mulch. Now, black plastic mulch is approved by organic and certified naturally grown standards, and it's going to really help us keep the weeds down around the blueberries. The hill is pretty steep, and so it's difficult to keep it weeded really well. So we're trying an experiment this year with the black plastic, and we'll just see how it does. The next step was to mix up all of our different soil amendments, including some wood ashes from our wood stove last year that we saved just for the blueberries. They prefer a highly acidified environment, and wood ashes are really good for them. Most of what we mixed together was peat moss and some potting soil. The other amendment that we didn't add to the mix, but we did sprinkle on top of the plants after they were planted, is an organic soil acidifier, and that's just going to make the pH a little bit lower so the blueberries will be a little bit happier. Then it was finally time to plant the blueberries. Chris took the wheelbarrow and actually did the physical planting of the plants, while I am organizing the 3 different varieties that we purchased into their proper positions so that we end up with rows that all have the same variety in each of those rows. The varieties that we chose are one called Vernon, one called Climax, and one called Oaklackany. And feel free to correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I did do my research and did my best, but I'm always learning. We chose all varieties that are native to the southern United States. After settling the plants into their new home, I went through with the hose and gave each one a really good soaking. It's really important when you're transplanting plants either to a larger pot or to a plot outdoors that you give them plenty of water to avoid transplant shock.
We've got Blueberry Hill all planted up, 30 blueberry bushes, and we put up a fence to protect them from getting eaten by deer. And we're pretty excited about what we've done here. So I'm just about to water the blueberries. We are planning to put in an irrigation system, but for now we're just watering with a hose. So we've got a really long hose that goes up to the house, and so you'll get to see me water the blueberry bushes.
Getting Blueberry Hill all planned out and prepared was actually a lot more difficult than we thought it was going to be, but it's also a really exciting project and a new crop for our farm. We don't expect to take a harvest this year, except maybe a little handful of berries, but next year we should get an awesome harvest.
If you're loving these videos and you want to see more about Blueberry Hill and all the other projects going on with our farm, please make sure to subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss one of our updates.